What's up guys, today we have Daniel on the show. Right away I hit a fake guard pull ankle pick. It's the dropping to my knee and pulling of the lapel that causes Daniel to step forward. When I drop to my knee, his weight comes with me and he's forced to step so that he still has base. But that step brings his foot where I need it to pick it up for the ankle pick. He does a great job of establishing a De La Riva guard on me, but look what I do to pass. I don't use any fancy De La Riva pass, I just turn my knee outward to strip the grip that he has on me with his foot and step over his other foot to enter into headquarters, which is a much easier position to pass from. If I were Daniel, I likely would have switched my grips by gripping with my right hand and hooking with the instep of my right foot. This transition would be from De La Riva to reverse De La Riva. Notice how I have my right elbow on the inside connected to my knee. This ensures that I have inside position, and that Daniel can't get inside position for himself for something like a knee shield. That lack of knee shield or inside position in general allows me to drop down unobstructed to get chest to chest, and I take an underhook in the process for more inside position. Now I'm in a chest to chest half guard, and what I need to do is free my foot first and then my knee. I use my left foot to help free my right knee by prying it out of there. I continue to work to free my left foot, but Daniel momentarily loosens his grip, which allows me to pull it out easily. Immediately I make sure to pin his hips to immobilize him, and I do so with my shin for knee on belly. Daniel leaves his elbow a bit too far from his body, which allows me to more easily pin his arm to the mat. And once it's pinned, I staple his arm by positioning my foot on one side and my knee on the other. Notice how it's still pinned like it already was. In Jiu-Jitsu, you replace one thing to control with another, so you can maintain control the whole time. I started attacking the Americana, but that's a bit boring, so I backstep my leg to position his hand in front of me to attack the bicep slicer, which offers way more style points. And now I just drive my hips down to force my shin into his bicep. Quickly, this video is brought to you by Transparent Labs, my absolute favorite supplement brand. I love how they're all natural with no fillers or artificial ingredients. Sponsored or not, I don't see myself ever switching to another brand because I take so seriously what I put into my body. Clean ingredients only, and I recommend you do the same. Go to transparentlabs.com and use code Jordan for 10% off your order. I pull guard for real this time, and we're in a similar position to where we were in earlier. The difference is I hook with my instep and maintain an angle, making it much harder for him to drop down to chest. His right arm is on the inside, and I want to change that by putting in a lasso grip, but he defends well by maintaining the inside position. Because I can't get inside position on his arm, I do so on his legs. I get both my legs on the inside and pull him forward to get his weight on his hands. This makes his legs light and makes it easier for me to get underneath him for X-guard. By Daniel staying on his knee rather than getting up to his feet, it's super easy for me to sweep him from here, but he kind of just falls over and concedes the sweep anyways. From here, I backstep, which is a common leg lock entry, but can also be used to pass. Again, Daniel keeps his elbow too far from his body, which again makes it easier for me to pin, and I finish the Americana, even though it's boring. Nothing super interesting happens for a bit until here, where again his elbow is too far from his body, which enables me to pin it and attack the wrist lock. We start again and I come up to a sit-up guard, but he does a good job bringing me back down. From here I'm thinking, maybe I'll try some deep half guard, which is a guard that I rarely use. It's not my favorite, although some people are really good at it. To enter it, I underhook his leg and shoot my hips underneath him. To keep my left arm safe, I tuck it underneath his leg. If I just left it dangling out there, I would run the risk of him attacking a Kimura. Now from here, I attempt a waiter sweep, which I don't think I've even tried since I was a blue belt. To knock him over for the sweep, I push him with my hamstring, but I couldn't get very much momentum to come up all the way. This is what it was supposed to look like. Now we're in this weird position, and I know as long as I keep my left knee behind him, it's relatively safe. Daniel could potentially point his shin towards my calf for a calf slicer, but I'm ready for it if he does. I quickly tie my belts and then attack the Berimbolo by positioning my shin onto his hips and then inverting. From here, I take a double wrist ride, which I've been incorporating a lot after working with my friend Joe Briza on our last Wrestling for Jiu-Jitsu instructional, which is all about rides and escapes. Now I drag him to the side to take his back. Notice how I scoot out to the side first to make sure that he falls into my lap rather than on my lap. He's driving into me, which makes it harder to attack as he's pinning me to the mat, which makes me less mobile. Eventually, I'm able to throw my leg over his head for the armbar, but after a couple of wrist locks, I want to keep my wrist lock streak going and attack that instead. Daniel has been to my last 2 rolling Tobago retreats that we put on, and they're an amazing time. Beautiful beaches, great training, plenty of excursions. It's pretty hard to beat. I look forward to it every year, and the next one is available now to book, and I hope to see you there.